Hello, everyone. This is Diane White with Better Homes and Gardens, Main Street Properties. I just had my first appointment for today. And I agreed to meet with a young lady because she wanted to go over the buying process, in which I do that with a lot of people. So if you want to go over the buying process to have a buying consultation with me, just give me a call, 850-698-5352. But anyway, it was such a good interview because listen, she actually interviewed me to see if I would be the right realtor for her. And she wrote down a bunch of questions for me to answer. And she gave me a copy of the questions. And I thought it was so good. And so I decided, let me share it with everybody. Okay, let me go over the questions that she wrote down and wanted me to answer. So her number one question was, do you require a pre-qualification or pre-approval letter from a lender before going out to show houses with buyers? My answer to her is yes. And why? I say, yes, I do require pre-approval or pre-qualification letter because we really don't want to set you up for failure. We don't want to take you out, or I don't want to take you out to show you houses that are in the $300,000-$400,000 price range, and your lender comes back once they assess you and tell you that you can only shop up to 200,000. Okay, why? Because what the lender is going to do, they're going to look at your DTI, your debt to income ratio. That means they look at your monthly debt. That's not your utilities, but the debts that's on your credit report. Also, you can even look at if you have alimony, if you pay child support. So they look at your monthly debt, the total for all of those for the month, and then they divide it by your monthly gross income. That is income before any taxes or anything is taken out of your monthly income. So they do that and they divide those two and they come up with your DTI. This is what determines how much house you can shop for. So, yes, we want to get that pre approval letter first so that we'll know what you can purchase, how much house you can purchase. That is very, very important. Number two, she asked me, do you have other trustworthy professionals that you can recommend through the process? Of course, I have a lot of trustworthy professionals to recommend to you because when you're purchasing a house, there's a lot of different entities that's involved in that purchase. Like when you see the house and you know you want it, and we put in an offer and you get it. Well, you have to put have most like I recommend to you, not that you have to do it, but I recommend to you as a buyer that you have a home inspection done. So you got to have a home inspector, a termite inspector. We're going to have a title company. Also, sometimes there might be repairs that you need to do. So I have professional plumbers, professional roofers, professional electricians, so many different professionals that I have gained relationships with over this 17 years so that they can serve you also. So, yes, I do have professionals that I can recommend to you. Number three, she asked me, how long have you been a licensed real estate agent? Good questions. Since 2005, 17 years I have been doing this. And it matters, guys. Experience matter. Why? Because we are in such a market that is very competitive right now. So it is good to have a realtor that knows how to negotiate on your behalf, knows how to structure your offer to where it's going to benefit you and look good to the seller. So that 17 years has really, really helped me to serve my buyers in the best way possible. She asked me, number four, she asked me, is real estate your full time career or a part time job? It's my full time career. I do this 24/7. 7 days a week. I am available when you're available because I know you have to work to purchase a home. Sometimes your hours, you work nights. Sometimes you work days, don't get off until late. Sometimes you can only go to see a house on the weekend. Well, guess what? I am here for when you are ready. Because remember, this is all about you. So I am a full time real estate agent, and this is what I do, and I am ready on your schedule. Okay. Number five, she asks, how many homes did you sell last year? That was good. 2021, even up to 22, has been awesome. 2021, I had, I think it was 55 or 56 transactions closed, sold. God is good. Every time, God did it again. I thank God for using me as a vessel to serve his people and get what they want, get the keys in their hand, and also when I'm working with sellers to get that home sold at a good price and at a good time. So I am grateful for that. She asks, on average, no, she asks, how do you determine which home may match my needs, her needs? She asks me. Well, once we know that you are pre-qualified to shop for a home, and now we know how much house you can purchase, I sit down with you, or we get on the phone and we go over everything. I ask you questions like how many bedrooms, how many baths, does the age of the home matter? What about total electric? Are you okay with gas? What about septic tanks or public sewer? Um, are the school zones important to you? What area of town would you like to stay in? So we go over all of that. I take notes to make sure that when I am searching to find the homes, that they match your criteria. So that's what I go about. It's all about your needs. Number eight, she asked me, what method of communication do I utilize or I like best? Well, I'm a communicator. I love the telephone. So I told her you can always call me. I have an open door policy. So you call me, you can text me, you can email me too, but I'd rather you pick up the phone and call me, and I will call you. You can text me, and we will go over whatever type of questions you have, or we can even meet. We can meet at your desire, so those are my ways of best ways of communicating and staying in touch. And I also told her, listen, it is both of our jobs, your job and my job, to stay in contact with each other. I explained to her that those people that you see holding up a sign that say sold, God did it again, they are in constant contact with me. They're not just waiting for me to call them. They call me and I call them. We are a team. So I explained that to her because that is very, very important that she stay close in contact with me. Also, she asked me, number nine, she said, do you know much about the various loan types? That is a very good question. And that is a requirement. To me, that's a requirement. As a realtor, anyone can open up a door and say, hey, this is a kitchen and this is a dining room. And look at the big backyard. You can see that for yourself. It takes more than that. I am so grateful that I have learned about all the different types of loans and most of the requirements, even though we have that lender and I'm in constant contact with your lender. But it is good that your agent knows, okay, when we're shopping, just say for instance, you have a FHA loan and we go and we see a house. You like this house, but I can tell you that it will not go with FHA financing. First of all, FHA is all about safe and soundness. And if I see peeling paint, They do not like peeling paint. If there's a pool, it doesn't have water in it, it's nasty, the liner is not attached, they do not like that. They do not like you have some rails, some stairs on the outside coming down. There's no rails on the side. That's not safe. They don't like that. So there are certain things when it come down to your loan that I'm looking at. You know what FHA is 3.5% down payment. You have four types of loan. You have a VA loan that's 100% financing. But guys, I have to tell you, because a lot of people don't know, even though you have a 100% financing loan, which is no down payment, you still have closing costs. Every buyer has closing costs. A matter of fact, every seller has closing costs. So as a buyer, if you have closing costs, you can pretty much say that closing cost is going to be, I love to estimate it at anywhere like 3 to 3.5% of the purchase price. So you can add that up, what your closing costs would be. That's an estimate. Also, you have a conventional loan. A conventional loan can be anywhere from 3% down to 20% down. And most conventional loans will require you to have a higher FICO score, credit score. So it just depends. Also, you have rural development loan, which is an awesome loan. It's 100% financing, no down payment. But remember, you do have closing costs. And with that rural development loan, you have to stay within rural development zoning district. So we do have a website. We type in the address and it tells us if that particular address is within that zone. So we do look at that. Also, rural development is based on your income and your family size. In the state of Escambia and Santa Rosa County, the income, I think it's 103,500 for a family of 1 to 4. And I think, I forget what it is, from 5 to 8 for the income on that one, but it's a 121,300. 121,300 is the limit on the income for a family of 5 through 8. So there's different types of requirements for different types of loans. I discussed this with your lender. So we go over this a lot. And this is how I have learned a lot about the loans, because I am in very close contact with your lender. Number 10, she asked me, what can she expect once she sees a home that she likes and she wants to try to see if she can possibly get that home? Okay, well, there was a lot to talk about when it came down to that. First of all, I talked to her about, okay, let's talk about money, okay? Because now, once you see a home and you think this is the home for you, I type up your offer, you sign all your paperwork, I submit that offer to the seller's agent, or sometimes directly to the seller. And they look at your offer. If they decide to accept your offer, you have something called an earnest money deposit. That is deposit saying to the seller, I have good intentions on purchasing your home. Take it off the market. So you have that, and most of those earnest money deposit can be anywhere from $1,000 and up, but that is your earnest money deposit. Then you're going to have home inspection, termite inspection. You have to pay for an appraisal. With most lenders, they want you to pay for the appraisal up front. So coming out the gate, you're really looking at about $2,000. That's just coming out the gate. So I did talk about that. And I also talked to her about what's going on the market today. Today, the real estate market is very competitive. You might not get the first offer, second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine, and 10. I'm just being honest with you. But I am telling you that you have to stick in there, because purchasing a home is worth it. You can put in your offer, and it's a good offer. It's your best offer. But there are other buyers a lot of time that like the same house you like. And sometimes it can be 4 and 5 up to 10 offers on one house. So I wanted her to know that, because I don't want her to get disappointed and thinking that it must be me or something's wrong. No, this is the market that we're working in. So I told her that sometimes she can expect that. Just know that I am here to answer all of her questions. So, guys, those were her questions. That was 10 questions she had for me. I thought that was so awesome. Hey, you should too have questions for your realtor. Or if you decide that you want to work with me or you want to at least talk to me so you can determine that, give me a call, 850-698-5352. Diane White with Better Homes and Gardens. Hey guys, I've been doing it right. Getting those keys in your hand, helping those sellers get their homes sold, helping investors buy their Airbnb, helping them flip homes. So I am ready with 17 years of experience. Thank you guys and have an awesome day.